Mm. Well, my background, to use one of Deb's favourite words, I suppose, is fairly eclectic. I used to work for the UK government in what's called counter-proliferation. From there into some major companies, and my last proper job, if you like, was the corporate head of compliance for the Rolls-Royce Group. And for the past 20 odd years, I've been an independent consultant in the same area, looking at both US and UK law. And outside of that, I also spent 10 years as an intelligence officer in the RAF Reserve. And my spare time hobby, if you like, I like flying helicopters. Um, the awards, I think they resonate very deeply with me. Deb mentioned that we came together later in life. The company that I work under still bears my late wife's name, and through her career in healthcare predominantly, um, she put up with a lot of problems, harassment, discrimination, including at one stage constructive dismissal. And those sort of things shape the way that you look at things, sometimes without you actually being conscious that the way you look at these things and the way you question these things is actually changing. Um, I think uh, it certainly changed the way that I look at things. It was only recently that a friend of mine pointed out to me that my entire team back in my Rolls Royce days was women. That wasn't intentional on my part, but it might point to some kind of subconscious bias on my part because I enjoy working with women. I like the energy that women bring and the difference in approach that women take to problem resolution, particularly. Men can be, it's too much about who comes out as top dog, not what is the best solution all too often. Um, so when I found out about the awards, it was a no-brainer to come along and take a look. And then when you do that, you encounter Sandra's energy, and that's all encompassing in itself. So what started off as being a mere spectator progressed into being a judge. And I think it's important to say that the Women's Awards don't simply promote and amplify women to the exclusion of men. On the contrary, one of the awards is for the outstanding male supporting women in this area. And my first venture into sponsorship was as a category sponsor for that award. And then you become more involved in the judging and more involved in the event itself, and you see things from a deeper perspective, and you realize the outstanding quality and capabilities of the people who are nominated for these awards and the people who actually win the awards. And inspirational is a cliche all too often, but these people are truly inspirational. And the background and the struggles that some of them have gone through and are still going through, it takes your breath away. And to be able to amplify that and to be part of, especially in this, this 10th anniversary year, to be part of the awards ceremony that is designed to amplify women in that regard and recognise the achievements not only of the winners but also of all the nominees is an absolute privilege. And it just resonates so much with who I am that that's what led me to get involved. And I say to people at any opportunity, take a look. You don't have to dive in head first. You can dip a toe in the water and just go along and have a good evening and enjoy the event. which has evolved immensely over the years, and it really is a truly superb evening. It's a great event to go to at a wonderful venue, and why wouldn't you want to go to that? Have a look, see what you think, and if it resonates with you, then start small if you want to. Start big if you want to. Talk to Sandra and say you want to be 2027's headline sponsor. Might push you out of the way, but that's that's another story. But it really is. There is an energy to the entire concept and to the event that just sweeps you up and takes you along with it like a wave. And that, in a nutshell, is why I am where I am and why I'm doing what I'm doing today.